Okay, so I decided to do some bantu knots on my leave out to see how that would blend with the curly hair, and I think I did them too tight because this is what I was left with. It's like all like frizzy and just shriveled up, like it shrunk. Like it's just all frizzy. Like I just two strand twisted it and then I wrapped it like really tight. So I'm stuck with like this little afro. So yeah, that's not gonna work. So I mean, it kind of really doesn't matter because the front part is gonna be braided. So the rest is okay because it's like it blends in with the hair just being brushed out. So that part's okay. So a lot of you want to know how I braid the front of my hair down to blend. I'm just going to show you right now. I'm going to part my hair a little more over because I like the more off-centered part. So yeah, I'm just gonna do it like this. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is take out some of my edges so that I can braid that down with the hair. I'm just gonna take out some edges. And you can take out as little or as much as you want. I like to get a good amount. Alright, so we want to make sure all the rest of our hair is brushed in. Okay, so I just take like a little section. I'm not the best braider, so yeah, and I just part it in 3 sections. And then I start my braid. And I just start braiding like so. Just start braiding. And then I just pull hair down. So I'll be going down as well as pulling up my edges. Pulling that hair. So I just keep pulling, make sure I'm pulling from the edge as well as from the top, so you won't have like all that extra hair sticking out. So you just pull and braid. And every day my braids are not the same. Sometimes they're bigger, sometimes they're smaller. It really doesn't matter. You can redo it if you don't like it, or if your braid doesn't look like a braid like mine, it looks really like not like a braid, but it's okay. If I don't like it when it's finished, I'll just redo it. And just braid through the hair. Okay, like so. My braid doesn't really look like a braid at all, but it's okay. The frizzier the better, I guess. So I just use a really long bobby pin. Because it goes all the way up in there, so it just feels more secure. So I just bobby pin my braid down, pushing the bobby pin all the way up in there. And then you're left like this. So you see this hair is just doing its own thing. I'm just going to wet it. Just put a little water on my fingers and I'm just going to wet it and then finger comb it through the hair. So then you're left with this. As you can see, you can't really tell where my hair starts or stops, so you just brush it into the weave and you're left with that. And as you can see, since it's a little frizzy and bumpy, it'll work. You can also do like braid outs and then just comb your hair through the hair, because since you're braiding your hair, it'll have that little wave to it. So once you brush it into the weave, it'll just all be like wavy, so it'll just blend, especially if you're doing like the braid. Not sure how it will look if you just brush it all and wear it like that. It probably won't look too good, but that's why I just braid it. So yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the same to this side. This side has a lot more hair in it. As you can see, it's like a whole little fro. So I'm just going to spray my healing dry oil just to give it some shine so it won't look dry. And I'm just taking hair from the edge as well. Take as much or as little as you like. Okay. I'm just gonna brush that down because all of this is gonna be in my braid, so I'm not too much worried about what it looks like. Okay, and I just take my 3 sections. Well, I just take a section and part it in 3, like I did the other side. And then I just start braiding. And again, you can braid as loose or as tight. It really doesn't matter. But you just want to make sure that you're pulling this hair down as well as pulling your edges up. So you can see a little braid is starting to form. You just want to make sure you're pulling the hair down and pulling your edges up. See? And this may not work for everybody, but it works for me. It works with any hair. Like I do this with my straight hair if I don't feel like flat ironing my hair that day, or curly hair. It doesn't really matter. You can do it with any hair. So that side, I'm just going to take my long bobby pin, and I just used the one by Annie. It came with little short ones and then the really big long ones. You can get this from Sally's, any beauty supply store. And I just like the long ones because it's more secure, because it's going further. It's going way up in your hair. So I like to use the really long ones. And you just push it up all the way up. Like so. And then, voila. This is the braided look that I always do. And you also want to make sure that your tracks are covered up, because that's not cute to have your tracks showing. Want to make sure your braids are nice and secure for you. So this is what it looks like. This is my signature style for my curly hair. I do have a closure now, so I will be installing the closure. And I think with the closure, I'm still going to do the braided on the sides. It's just I won't have to do anything to my hair up here since this hair is already curly. Okay, so this is the closure that I have. This isn't the curl pattern of the closure. This is what it looks like after being braided all night, but it's the curly closure that I'll be wearing with my Malaysian curly hair. And this looks like this. I haven't bleached the knots yet, but I will be bleaching the knots on the hair. Yeah. I love Princess Hair Shop closures. They always smell so good and the hair is so soft. So yeah, this is the closure I'll be installing with the hair. Looks really good. I love it. So yeah. And this is the Brazilian curly closure. But the curls are like dead on with the Malaysian curly hair, so blending it will not be a problem at all. But this is what it looks like. So yeah, so I'll just turn around for you guys so you can see what the hair looks like. And I just brush my hair in with the weave in the back, and yeah, this is it. And on my edges, occasionally I'll use the Hicks edges. A lot of you ask what I use on my edges. It's Hicks Transformations edges. Just use this. It looks like this. It's not anything perfect. Got some hair in it, but it's okay. Just looks like that. So yeah, I'll use this on my edges sometimes, not all the time, because yeah, you really don't need it all the time. Like, if you tie your hair down, your edges already like lay down without any product. This just makes them look, you know, a little slicker. So I do use this sometimes. Because I mean, I have a lot of edges. Like, yeah, this just helps tame them down, I guess. But if you put too much, it will leave like a residue. So that's why I only use this like occasionally, and then I'll just tie my hair down and my edges will stay with like water and stuff. So yeah, here you guys go. Quick little braiding tutorial for you. If you have any questions, please leave your comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching.